Since Yoel Romero is no longer in the UFC, people are wondering what is he going to do. And some people are speculating a boxing match between Jake Paul, as Jake Paul has said that he wants to take MMA fighters and bring them into the boxing ring.
There's a lot of business to do. I want to bring MMA fighters into the boxing ring and embarrass them. Conor McGregor's the only MMA fighter that's really come over to the boxing ring. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to take these big name UFC fighters. I'm going to call up Dana. We're already calling up Dana, and we're like, yo, bring your UFC guys into the ring and let's make massive fights. I don't want to fight anymore unless it's massive.
Yoel Romero seems to be interested in it. He's retweeted Jake Paul saying that and put up a Diddy boxing gif along with it. Jorge Masvidal says, let's do it. Yoel versus Jake Paul, so he's down for the boxing match. Even Romero's manager, Maki Kawa, is saying that he might go in the boxing ring as well. When a guy said, Yoel's a free agent. He has all these places he can go, Bellator, PF1, even Ryzen or KSW. Maki Kawa says, how about the boxing ring? So who knows? Clarissa Shields, the new female professional boxer that crossed over to MMA, has been at Jackson Wink Gym learning some new things. This is her training. She's also been with John Jones. She says so much knowledge today. Spent hours with the GOAT. And it's duly noted that Holly Holm came from a boxing background, and Jackson Wink was able to transition her into MMA. So that's a good place for Clarissa Shields to go. We'll be keeping an eye on her and updates in the future. Valentina Shevchenko posted this on Instagram, her at the gun range.
Go.
They don't call her the bullet for nothing. Conor McGregor posted a little bit of him training. He says, Poland in the house. We'll see if we'll get that Conor versus Jake Paul fight. Maybe that'll come into reality. Maybe not. Andy Lee upset with how people can't tap out in boxing without being respected, but they're allowed to do it in MMA.
Well, look, why is this culture in boxing? In MMA, a fighter taps out every fight. They're not called cowards. They can't return. If a fighter does that to save his well-being, it's like he can't come back to the ring anymore. It's like no one wants to see him again. That culture needs to change in boxing.
COVID-19 strikes again as there's been some fights taken out of this Saturday's card. The UFC has lost more than a quarter of its card for Saturday night. 3 fights were canceled just hours before the start of UFC Fight Night in Las Vegas, including 2 because of positive COVID-19 tests. The event will go on with 8 fights after starting the day with 11. The UFC said the Flick Durden fight was off because of non-COVID-19 related medical issues for Durden. Last week's UFC Fight Night card lost its heavyweight headliner Curtis Blades versus Derek Lewis the day before the event after Blades tested positive for COVID-19. So be careful. It's getting cold. COVID is showing up once again.
Got an 8-fight card. Got all the people. There's Anik. There's Niner. There's the team. Can't do a show without these people. God, I love this team. I love coming to work. So let's have a good night. I'll see you from the Octagon on ESPN2 or ESPN Plus.
Gotta love Bruce Buffer. And Tom Segura seems to have broken multiple bones in his body after doing a basketball challenge with Bert Kreischer. He was attempting a dunk, from what I hear, and ended up breaking some bones. Things are looking good, though. He says, thanks for all the messages. I'm moving along in recovery. These are just the issues one has when you're really strong. And, sometimes you got to take time off the gym. You can be too strong sometimes. Bert Kreischer says, looks like the surgery was a slam dunk. A little bit of a burn there, but, that's to be expected with their rivalry. And Theo Von says, get titanium if they have it. Godspeed, and you got to get the titanium. It's always one of the strongest medals. Even Theo Von knows that. Tom Segura says he was basically trying to do this. So be careful out there on that court, guys, because anything can happen. That is going to be it for this one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Eat vegetables, work out, and mask up. Stay safe out there. We can't have nobody getting sick. You feel me?